Phil Mickelson once said that mental rehearsal is just as important as physical rehearsal. And those of you that play golf will know that this is definitely true, which is my job today here with this video, guys, to give you that mental rehearsal and the mental preparation and tricks that you need to really improve that side of your game. So all those best shots that you do in training can be transferred into game day and you can actually perform under pressure. So without further ado, let's go. Hi guys, I'm Mike from NLPkeys.com. Thanks for joining me for another video, and today I'm going to teach you how to perform under pressure and get in the zone, okay, with NLP. You might be wondering, how the hell can NLP help me do that? Well, NLP can help you to get into the optimum frame of mind to perform to the peak of your powers in any situation and block out those external factors, which can be the pressure of other people watching you, or knowing that this shot that you're taking in this game is such an important shot. It just takes away all those factors so that you can produce your best results. The first thing that can really help your golf game are triggers. Some really famous players actually have some triggers, guys, that you would have heard of. For example, Fred Couples tugs on his right shoulder a few times with the shirt before he takes a swing. Okay, Tiger Woods as well. He takes 2 practice strokes, 2 exactly, no more, no less, before taking a putt every time. Okay, this is his trigger. This is his habit. Jason Duffner, for example, waggles his club a few times before he swings. And Keegan Bradley has that that really funny little way he shuffles in, shuffles out, takes a few little steps, and then boom, hits the ball. Okay, guys, and this is his little trigger. Okay, now what are triggers? Like, basically in NLP language, we call these anchors. Okay, anchors are these little things which activate our mind to say, now is the time to focus, now is the time to perform what you've done a million times before in training. Okay, so you're linking some little action, some little movement to be able to say, okay, get ready, concentrate, now you're going to reproduce the same thing you've been producing in the training. Anchors can get set without you even realizing it. For example, you play your worst game of golf ever. Imagine you have a really, really important tournament, a really important game, and you fluff it on the final shot. It was an easy putt and you've missed it, and you go home feeling terrible. I mean, you've just got this really, really bad feeling. Your emotions are high. You're feeling really, really, really strong emotions. And then on the car radio plays the song Happy by Pharrell. Now, this is normally a really happy song, as we all know, but because you have reached this peak of emotion and it's being associated with this song, it forms an anchor, which means that when you hear this song in the future, it triggers you to feel like crap, basically. Okay, guys? And sometimes you don't even know why. You're like, why do I suddenly hate this song? And you don't realize that it's because you've triggered it to that event, that crappy event that happened, and those really, really strong feelings that you had at the time when you set this anchor. Okay, without knowing it, you can do this. But you can also do this on purpose when you want to do it. You can set your own anchors, okay, really powerful ones that create a state of emotion. They don't have to be a crap state of emotion. You can create that confident state of emotion where you feel happy, any emotional state that you really want to create. Okay, guys, you can do this on purpose. So how do you do this, guys? Well, there is the old school anchor method where first you set an anchor with your mind, you imagine things, you get the emotion, and then you're able to create that emotion and then use it in real life, okay? This is a good way to do it as well. This is old school anchoring, which is nice. But guys, if you're actually going to have the opportunity to get out there and practice, I've got a reverse anchor for you, which I find is even more effective because it's much more realistic, and your brain doesn't have to do so much imagining in this scenario, okay? So what you do is you go to the training ground, okay? You've got a round of golf where you're just training by yourself. What happens? Well, without the pressure on, you'll be able to hit some really good shots during that practice round, for sure, okay? When that happens, when you are imagining where a shot's going to go, you're able to hit the ball where you want it to go. You're very satisfied with that shot, and you can feel that emotion surge through you. Make an anchor sign. What is an anchor sign, guys? Basically, it's just any little movement. It can be this, it can be this, some little sign that says to you, okay, this is the sign which means I am satisfied with the shot. Okay, it's that easy. So hit a good shot. Okay, guys, and you really feel the emotion when you make the sign. You really associate it with the emotion. So as you continue practicing, continue doing this every time you're really happy about a shot. Okay, so you do this a few times. Let's say 4 times where you're really happy with your putt. You're really happy with the stroke. Everything's going really well. At the height of that emotion, when you feel satisfied, when you see it going exactly where you want it to, make the sign. Okay? Here's where the reverse anchoring comes in. Now, before you take the next shot, okay, before you take the next shot, make that anchor sign. Feel that sense of satisfaction as if you'd already seen where the ball was going to go and you know it's going exactly where you want it to and it's landed where you wanted it to, and you make that sign. You still haven't hit the ball yet, okay? But you've made the sign and you feel these emotions as if you have and as if it's gone all well. Okay, now what happens here is you get this surge of satisfaction which shoots through you as if you've already done it, and your body will work really hard to prove that your brain is not a liar, because none of us want to be liars, and our brain works really hard to prove that what it thinks is true and what it imagines is real. So in this case, guys, by doing this, your body will go into overdrive to work hard to make that actually a reality. What you've imagined, what you're feeling, what you're seeing, a reality, guys. And because you're giving it such a strong emotional push and surge, the chances of this happening are much, much, much more likely, because one, you're in a very, very optimistic state of mind, and you've also really associated with yourself already the movements and the action of seeing the ball go where you want it to. It also gets rid of that self-sabotage in your head, guys. That little voice, that negative voice which is telling you, oh geez, this isn't going to go well, you're not going to hit it well, you're not playing well today. Whatever it is, that little negative voice that gets in there, once that gets in there and that gets a hold of you, it's very hard to let go of it, yeah? And your shots normally go very, very badly after that. It's a very mental game, this of golf. So what happens if, you hit the ball and it goes where you want it to? So everything's going well. You're making the anchor sign, you're putting, you're doing the tee-offs, and everything's going great. But you really hit a bad shot, okay? It goes into the rough, and you're not happy with the shot at all. Suddenly, those doubts start creeping back. If you let this get too much, guys, if you start eating away at your head thinking, oh my God, like I've lost it, I've lost the power to do the good shot, now I'm back to my shitty self, then obviously that anchor will lose its power as well. So before it gets too far, and before you totally lose the power that's been given by that anchor, guys, it is very important to have a Zen Master mindset. This is what is needed. Now, what the hell do I mean by Zen Master mindset? I mean you need to be fully focused in the here and now and the present. Doing that will calm your mind, because the past and the future is what give us problems, guys. When you're living in the past, you're living in a regret of what happened, what could have happened if you had done something differently, and this is eating away at you and taking your focus from what you should be doing now. Also, the future is it's an anxiety it causes, where you're already worried and preempting something that will happen, where if you've got this negative state of mind, it's going to be something bad that's going to happen, where the chances of that bad thing happening are obviously going to increase as well. So how to get this Zen state of mind, how to totally calm your mind. I'm going to give you a fantastic tip right now. Look at your thumbnail. Look at your thumbnail. I mean, really look at it. Okay, guys? This is the key. Now, you're going to look at one particular spot on your thumbnail. Okay, I don't want you to label it. I don't want you to think, oh man, I have to clean my nails. Or don't start going off on a tangent, okay? Just focus on this one spot of your thumbnail and really give it all your attention. Blank your mind. All the other things that are going on around, just cut them out. The only thing that you should be focusing on now is that one spot on the back of your thumbnail, and you're just letting your mind blank. Okay, focus here. Sometimes it takes a short period of time. It can take 30 seconds. Sometimes it can take up to a minute. Okay? As long as it takes for you guys to start seeing that your mind is getting clear, that there's no other thoughts in there, that the distractions around you, the noises, the other people, they're all blanking out, okay? And all you can focus on is this. In this moment, you've hit the reset button. That reset button in your mind. This is an awesome time now to be able to go back and do the anchor again. Okay, so now that your mind is reset, take a deep breath, guys. While you're doing this as well, guys, it's important as well to slow your breath down and breathe deeply, okay, while you're focusing on that. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. That's another thing that's very important to do. So you're looking at the thumbnail, you're breathing deeply. Okay, guys, after this, you've hit the reset button. You're back to square one. Now you can step up to your next shot, hold the club, do the sign, think about the satisfying results that you've seen before from this sign, and hit the ball. And this is the best way to get back into the rhythm, back into the zone, and producing those awesome results from before, guys. This is a godsend, the Zen Master mind trick. Now, it doesn't just have to be a visual thing, okay? It's just important that you focus one of your modalities, one of your senses fully in one thing without labeling it. So it can be visual with the back of your thumbnail. It can be a sound. For example, if you're at home, it's the humming of your refrigerator. If you're outside, maybe there's a river in the distance. Maybe you can hear something, a constant sound that you can just focus on that one sound. Okay, it could be the wind. The other thing is the feeling modality. Now, this is a good one as well. You know, it's not as obvious as, like, if you're just standing there like this looking at your thumbnail, people might think you're a little bit weird. If you're worried about those sort of things, if you're not worried, go for it, do it, because it works. But if you're worried about what other people think, then there is another way you can do this with the feeling sensation. Okay, now you are standing there, okay, on the green. Feel how the soles of your feet feel in contact with the bottom of your shoes. Okay, guys, just feel it. Focus all your attention on how that feels. You can concentrate on that the same way as this. 30 seconds for some people, 1 minute for others. And when you feel it go reset and you're blank again, that's when you step up. After breathing heavily, you breathe again, do the anchor sign, and you tee off, guys. Trust me, try this, okay? This has helped me so much with not only golf, but also other sports and other things as well. It's a really good one, guys. Now, there has to be a disclaimer here. I have to put this in, okay? Because this is very important to know, guys. And if you've watched this far, thank you. And this is important. So well done for getting this far. Real practice makes perfect. Real practice. There is no substitute for real practice. Okay, guys, I've got to make sure you know this. NLP is great for allowing you to reproduce your best shots from training when no one else is around. There's no pressure. To the day when there are people around, there's a lot of pressure, and you don't want to crack under the pressure. Well, this is when these techniques I'm telling you about, the anchor, the Zen mind trick, they come in so helpful so that you can produce those best shots that you know that you're capable of from the training. Okay, this is important to know because your brain, it's so important. Your brain needs to know that it has done this before and it is capable of it. Okay, and by doing this in training and knowing that, hey, I can do this. If my mind is in the right state, I can actually do some really good shots. Then this is where the NLP techniques I've taught you come into play, and you will be able to reproduce those shots. It doesn't matter about the external factors because you'll have the internal world completely under control and calm so that you can produce your best results. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video, for spending the time with me today to really hear these things, and I hope that they help you so much. These techniques, these things. If you have any doubts, any comments you'd like to make, please leave them below in the comment section. I get back to everyone that comments, so I'd love to know what you think. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. There'll be a lot more of this, and the videos are always improving, better quality every time. If you want to see the full article about this, all the tips written down very clearly so that you don't have to just rely on your memory from this video, then please click below. In the description, I have a link to the full article on my website, nlpkeys.com. And guys, I'll see you next time. Have a great day, and good luck on the golf course next time you're there. Bye.